Line up, you fucking nerds. Who wants a shot at the champ?
They bring the heat.
Francis Ngannou is the hardest puncher in the history of fighting.
They bring the knowledge.
If you think this fight is going 5 rounds, you are out of your mind.
They bring you the picks.
The dog is getting it done in this one.
We deliver every single week. We're bringing the heat, ladies and gentlemen.
The Moneyline.
Don't miss it on the MMA Experts channel each week. We are live for the Money Line, and we got on the road letting loose Mike Finch. What's up, bro?
I'm good, my brother. I just shot a video today with the fastest rapper alive. Twista came through. We shot a video with him and Daniel James. I was hanging out with Fedor today. It's been a good day, AJ. And we got some fist fights for Bellator. I'm in Chicago in my hometown, seeing some people I love. I gotta say I'm having a good week, AJ. How you doing, man?
I'm doing absolutely beautiful, bro. I'm excited for the breakdown for the UFC. I talked about Bellator on the channel. I just dropped a video like 2 hours ago, the weigh-in recap show. So for the people, if they're wondering where the Bellator stuff's at, it is out now. And then we're gonna run through this fucking fantastic card of UFC Vegas 65. I say fantastic probably about every fucking card, but it's not a terrible card. I think we got good fights in store, man. And Mike Finch, I want to just quickly bring this up. UFC 281 last week went down. It was a wild fucking ride. The man, Alex Pereira, comes through by knockout. What are your thoughts on that, Mike Finch? Tell us.
Oh my God! First off, that Wei Lee fight, exactly what we said, right? I said lock of the century. I don't play around with lock of the century, people. So when it's lock of the century, it hits. Okay, we're undefeated on lock of the century. Wei Lee ran right through her. The main event: Israel Adesanya on his way to win the decision, just like Kamaru Usman was on his way to win the decision against Leon Edwards. 5th round, these challengers come through with it, man. AJ, I don't know why nobody's talking about this. I think the biggest problem for Israel Adesanya was geography. He kept getting backed up that whole fight, man. He had that big cage to dance around in, and I was telling you, I thought that was his biggest advantage, right? He's in that football field of a cage. We got a 35-foot cage at UFC Gym Huntington Beach. I know what it feels like to move around in that thing. You can move very well. He got walked into that fence all night. It was only a matter of time until he ran into some shots. I really think that if these guys fought in the desert, right, if there's no cage, it favors Izzy way more, but because they're in that space, when he had no option to back up and he's stuck with his back on the fence, it's only a matter of time until he gets clipped up. Impressive stuff from Alex Pereira. Poatan, I was talking to one of his coaches who was so excited. Got him some Chicago pizza here. He's over here to corner with Patricky Pitbull fighting on Friday for Bellator. Man, it was very impressive. I'm happy for him. I love to see it. It's all good. And he did it again, a late finish over Israel Adesanya. And now Israel Adesanya arrested at the airport. Are you seeing this shit?
It's a little mumbo jumbo though. It's a little bit exaggerated news, man. He just got in trouble at the airport and they confiscated these brass knuckles he had that supposedly were given to him by a fan. I take his word for it. I don't think he's
was he arrested or not?
No.
Oh, no. I read fake news. They got me. Fake news got me.
Mike Finch, I do gotta let you know because you got the headphones on. If you get that hype yell, it gives you a little sound. Just so you know, the people might be saying you sound robotic. I just want to give you the heads up real quick before we get into
calm down.
No, listen, I love your hype, bro. It's just, it is how it goes with the AirPods, bro.
I'll back up a little bit. You guys like the sign my wife made me? She made me an On the Road Mike Finch show sign. Shout out to wifey.
She's a keeper, bro. She's a keeper. That's a W right there. Mike, we got a good little question here. Good evening, everyone. What was your reaction when you heard Anthony Johnson's death, and what legacy does he leave for MMA? I'll say the death is unfortunate as hell, but I remember like a year ago hearing about that he was sick with something like that, and a mystery illness is what they call it. I did a video on this series that I just didn't last on the channel, AJ Unfiltered, man. It was a couple episode series, and I talked about it. That. Yeah, it was pretty sick, actually. Yeah, it's a great name. Maybe we'll bring it back at some point, man. It's
that was
there.
Good. AJ
good,
Unfiltered.
Yeah?
I gotta click when I hear AJ Unfiltered.
That's sick. Good. I appreciate that. So he was sick then. Yeah. He lost a ton of weight. He probably lost 70 pounds. He looked real thin in his recent Instagram post. So I guess I knew he was sick with something, man. And what legacy does he leave? Hardest puncher in light heavyweight history, knockout king, guy that went from a thin 170 to huge at 205. He fought up at heavyweight. It's pretty insane to see him die so young, man, because he's like the same age as Derrick Lewis, but ultimately no guarantees in the game of life, man.
Bro, he died in my decade. I'm 30. Holy shit, man. Yeah, he got robbed short. Just so much respect for Anthony Rumble Johnson. Anybody I talked to had nothing but good things to say about that guy. Very, very kind human being. I know some media members who were saying I could hit up Rumble Johnson and he would be there for me type of thing. He was always available for him. And, just a tragic thing. And to reflect on his career, I actually loved what you said on your other show, AJ. Rumble Johnson was the kryptonite to John Jones. I feel like that would have been incredible to see Rumble Johnson go after John Jones. We'll never know. And when you said we'll never know, it put this whole thing into a new context for me. It really shows like what a loss of an incredible human being, a freak of nature with punching power, a guy who was knocking people out at 170 and then went, like you said, all the way up to breaking Andrei Arlovsky's jaw at heavyweight, man. This guy could knock anybody out with one shot. Extremely dangerous, extremely fun to watch. Just made this sport better. Nothing but love from Moneyline to Anthony Rumble Johnson.
Rest in peace, the heaviest hitter the light heavyweight division has ever seen and maybe will ever see. Probably all-time status, man. He's a freak of nature. So, yeah, rest in peace to Rumble. Hopefully that answers your question, Mr. Igor, bringing out the touchy subjects, but we're here for all of them.
I'm glad he did.
Yeah, it was a much-needed little tribute to the OG. Mm-hmm. Now, we got some Bellator questions in the chat, man. Finch, you're going to be at the Bellator event? Obviously, yeah, he's going to be there. He's there. He's ready to rock right now. This is a question. I've never been to a Bellator event, Mike. What kind of merch can we buy if we plan to have drinks? Is pregame worth it? What's the scoop?
All right, first off, you're going to be at the Chicago Bellator event. You're going to come see your guy, all right? Mike Finch MMA on Instagram. You DM me. I'm going to check that shit. I'm going to make sure you guys get taken care of. We got Twist the Cage Side. We got Detroit Dust, the guy who does the disarming videos. I just shot that video with him today. I was working out with him a little bit today. He was putting me through some wrist locks and stuff. This guy is he's bringing that Aikido shit, and he's making it work, man. It's super fun. So he'll be there. I'm going to make sure you guys get taken care of. Please let me know if you're at the event. I love it. I love seeing Moneyline fans in the wild. You got to love it, dude. It's awesome. Yes, they have a t-shirt booth set up always outside. So outside of the arena in the front where you're going to buy your hot dog and your beer, you're going to find the stuff and they'll take care of you and you can get some swag like I got and come say hi to your boy.
Let's go. Mike Finch. He's gonna be getting some DMs, man. Definitely post those pictures up. Mike, I want to see some of those pictures, man.
Come on.
Listen, let's get into these fights, Mike, because we're running through this card for UFC Vegas 65. Let's start it off. First fight of the night, Natália Silva and Tereza Bledá. I got to tell you, man, I think Bleda's got one of the most savage names. I don't know. I just think of a big fucking sword when I hear it. I do think Natália Silva is going to be tricky for her to deal with. I know Bledah's got the physicality edge, being, a taller and longer girl, but I see Silva with a striking advantage. I think she's quality with the jiu-jitsu too. And, Bledá has decent takedowns and she works pretty well from the top, but I've still seen her taken down on the contrary. And I do feel like Natália Silva is very, fast twitch, explosive game. Could be a little too much for her. I'm going to lean the Natália Silva side as my pick here, man. I'm very curious where you're at, Mike Finch.
I think this is an interesting fight. I was looking up Bledah's fights, and I see that she's still green, AJ, but physically way bigger than Natália Silva. I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait to see them at weigh-ins. And, she's got a good top game. Her nickname is Ronda, and she's fighting, yeah, exactly. And when she's fighting Natália Silva really good on the ground, obviously. I was watching her fight against Jasmine Jasudavicius, and with her hands at her waist throwing high kicks, I'm a little concerned about her with a big physical girl in front of her. But when I'm looking at this girl, she still has a lot to learn, man. I feel like she's maybe not smooth with the MMA game yet. Kind of needs to put it all together. I was watching Ronda. I was watching Bledá, and I noticed that she doesn't step when she jabs. And that's concerning because she doesn't really move forward, and neither does Silva. So we got two girls who don't move forward. They're generally the person getting backed up in their fights. So how is this thing going to play out? It could be kind of a touch sparring thing, or if they want to grapple, I think that would actually be way more exciting because both of these girls are pretty promising on the ground. Man, I'm having trouble picking this one. I gotta say, I initially went with Bledá, and then the more I dug into it, I'm thinking Silva can maybe come back with something. So I'll say this: I think Silva loses that first round. I think if she ends up on bottom, she's going to have some trouble. She ends up with the clinch with this woman, she's going to have some trouble. But the experience that she has, it's a tough way to get welcomed into the UFC. I'm gonna start leaning Silva, but AJ, I gotta say, no bet.
No bet. No bet's your best bet on this one right here. At -155, Silva, the favorite. Bledá, +135. In a fight where so many things can go so many different ways, is it really intelligent to even consider a prop bet here? I'm definitely going to lean towards the no side. The official method of victory is going to be Silva by decision for me. I wouldn't play that prop, but I'll just list off the over 2.5 at -220, and then Silva by decision. It's sitting at +150. But yeah, man, it's not a spot I want to bet. There's way better fights I want to bet. And like, you got two girls that are relatively unproven as far as UFC level goes. I mean, yeah, a win over just Davicki is for Silva, but it's not a big, huge W. She hasn't really fought the real next level talent of the division. We got no clue. Silva's the pick for Mike Finch and I both, but your best bet is no bet on this fight.
Bledá's nickname is Ronda, but Silva has phenomenal arm bars, man. Former jungle fight champion. Her arm bars are nasty. I'm going to say Bledá starts winning this fight and then gets arm barred. Silva, submission.
Submission, Mike Finch. Now I got to read the sub prop off. I thought you were going reading decision, man. Holy shit. It's +350 for Silva by submission. Submission.
I'm good, bro. No bet. I'm good.
Mike Finch with the no bet on this one, bro. We're about to run up to the next fight on the card. We're riding with Brady Hiestand over Fernie Garcia. I'll tell you the pick right out the gate between these two, Mike Finch. And I'm curious to give your take first before I go mine. You on my side, or are you seeing that Fernie upset?
I think Fernie has good hands, man. I think he might have some trouble on the feet, but the problem is the wrestling, the takedowns, man. I think Hiestand can take him down. I'm going to go Hiestand decision.
You're going to go Hiestand decision. I'm on the same side. I expect him to be landing takedowns, man. I feel like it's going to be at least one around, and I think he can control a bit, but I could see more than one if Fernie's getting back up. And Mike Finch, I am letting you know, brother, you are getting a little pixely on me, man. So I just don't want you to, lose connection, bro. I just wanted to give you the heads up beforehand.
My good. I'm on my data. This is the best I could do. This is the best I could do.
You're good, brother.
All right.
You're good. No, I just want to make sure you're set, man. I'm going to let you know live, man. We're doing live production and live show all at once, man. It's all good, brother. But yeah, I'm with you on Brady Hiestand, man. I'm going with the wrestler. I think that's the way to rock. As far as the odds here, Brady Hiestan's sitting at -170. The favorite, Fernando Garcia, +140. I'm going with the wrestler. I think the bet is go wrestler. I think Hiestand probably wins decision method, but it's not my favorite prop, man. If you were to attack it, I think you go money line. Maybe you could play an over. I don't know. I'm just like, this is another fight. It's guys that are newer in the UFC, haven't been, tested by that upper echelon talent. I think maybe you just money line Hiestand. I think he does win. He's not a huge favorite, but he's still, substantially decent size, right? At -180 tag for a guy like that. You betting this one, Finch?
I'm not betting this one. I do think a key is that Hiestand, or Hiestand, however you say it, is going to be walking forward. And I think that's a big problem for Garcia. Garcia is not going to be able to be the bully in this fight. I think he's going to get bullied, get backed up in that small cage, and that'll be a big problem for him. I'll go with a decision, and if you're going to play it, money line, but another one I'm staying away from, my brother.
Yeah, let's go, bro. Let's go. I like the picks. Same side. Now this one, Maria Oliveira and Vanessa Demopoulos. I think Maria Oliveira's length is going to be a problem here. Mike Finch, you know my pick on this one. You made a read into it. I see your face. I think you're going Demop. Let's hear it. Finch.
You want to hear the truth? Vanessa Demopoulos was so cool when I went to go out and see her, right? I didn't even know she was a UFC fighter the first time I met her. She's like, hey, what's up? Come on the mat with me. Yeah, I do this. I do that. She's bragging about how strong she is. She was so cool. And then she comes on my show. Like, I got so much love for Vanessa Demopoulos. I'm completely biased. I am shamelessly biased. I'm not picking against Vanessa Demopoulos. What I will say is that Oliveira is her toughest test, right? This is a much tougher test than Jinyu Frey. This is a much tougher, and she went to a very close decision with Jinyu Frey. What I'm seeing here is a woman who can potentially outstrike Vanessa Demopoulos, but Vanessa's just good enough at striking, I think, to hold that off. A woman who might be able to take Vanessa Demopoulos down, but what is she going to do? Grapple with her? I think Vanessa Demopoulos could submit her. I think Vanessa Demopoulos off of her back can armbar, and you let Vanessa on top of you. Her submission game, the way she grapples, it's always to the finish. So even if Demopoulos is losing a fight, she'll get to that submission. Her last fight was all striking. I expect this one won't be. That's why I'm going Demopoulos. Submission.
All right, Mike Finch. I like it. I'm on the other side. I'm on Oliveira. I think Oliveira is going to be a problem for Demopoulos with distance strikes, especially straight punches.
Yeah.
She flurries those straights a lot. I'm not using some weird MMA math prediction, but something's interesting, right? Jinyu Frey fought Polyana Viana and got smoked by wild punches a little bit, right? Demopoulos, controversial-ish win over Frey, fighting Oliveira in this matchup, who kind of has pretty decent straight shots in a similar way. Going Oliveira, I think that she might get the KO, man. I think there might be some big shots landed on the chin. And I'm going to read the knockout prop. I got to tell you, I looked at that Juarez-Gomez fight. I said, okay, Demopoulos has been hurt. Oliveira might find the shot. If Oliveira does, she can close the show. Plus 800 line. The value is too good for me to pass up. It's a super wide line. Money line, minus 110 on both sides. So you got to pick them fight. Me and Mike Finch on opposite ends on this one here. Whatever you're feeling for the people watching. But I'm going Oliveira, brother. I'm going on the other side, man.
I respect it, AJ. I respect it, of course, and I was tempted. I was tempted to do the same thing, but I believe in Vanessa Demopoulos' ground game, and I do think even if she does get hurt, and the Spider Girl is coming in for the finish, I think Vanessa's still dangerous, bro. I'm not picking against her. I'm not doing it.
Fair, Mike Finch, absolutely fair. But I am. And if you want the knockout prop at plus 800, maybe that's the Hail Mary prop of the week right there.
That's not a bad Hail Mary, brother. That's not a bad Hail Mary. That's a bomb to Randy Moss Hail Mary. That shit might land.
Let's go. Next fight on the card, Kevin Natividad versus Ricky Turcios. Dude, I don't know why. I feel like Natividad looks nothing like his picture when he fights. I don't know if this is my imagination or not. But ultimately, I'm going the side of Ricky Turcios, man. I do believe he has a more versatile striking attack that could give Natividad a little bit of problems. I do feel like he has a little bit of the wrestling advantage too. Natividad was kind of low output, man, against Miles Johns. He got knocked out in the third round. And then the most recent one, he's knocked out early. So if he's low output when he's this up-and-coming prospect, I can't imagine 2 hard knockout losses back-to-back. And then you're fighting Turcios as a guy who's pretty comfortable in the cage. Like, I know the Amin Zahabi fight was not a great performance from him, but you look at his run through The Ultimate Fighter. He's a scrappy dude. He brings pressure. He can wrestle. He can strike. And I think he can mix it up on Natividad. I'm going Turcios decision, Mike Finch.
Turcios decision too. I'm going to take the same thing. Jiu-Jitsu black belt, the Ultimate Fighter winner, as you said. And, to not hate on Natividad, I mean, getting knocked out by Miles, it's like, he's such a big puncher that your output, it's hard to have a high output against him because you feel like you're going to get countered, you know? You know what I mean? So you're kind of like, you're keeping the weapons back a little bit. I think Ricky Turcios could get this thing done. And he's in damn good shape, man. He needs to have really high volume on his side to beat the low volume on the other side. And I think he will. And I like how you said that. I think it's going to be a mixed martial arts fight. He needs to use all of his weapons. I'm interested to see if he does. I'm with you, AJ. Let's double down decision.
Turcios, the pick for both Mike Finch and I. In the odds for him, he's minus 155 as the favorite. Natividad plus 135 underdog. And I feel like money line will be the best way to attack this one. Odds, I think, are really in the favor of Turcios winning it. Is it impossible for him to get a submission? No, but more so the money line side, because why am I going to risk it here? I'll read the sub prop off because Turcios does have some tricky subs. If he was able to lock some up, it's one of those wide ones, plus 1,100. But more likely, I'm seeing him get it done over the 3 rounds. But it's like, if there's possibility, right, that he could lock up a sub, it wouldn't blow my mind.
Yes, that's
another
really
Hail Mary. That's crazy wide, man.
Are you just throwing Hail Marys this card, bro? Because I'm running to the end zone if you're throwing these Hail Marys, bro.
Listen, we might have to. There's a few dollars on those. It's like I'm losing nothing to potentially gain a fuck ton.
I like that. Go for the fuck ton, guys. Just make sure it's like $1.
Yeah, exactly. Don't bet crazy on these Hail Mary props. Keep it on the lighter side, man. But we're both going Turcios to win. I think Moneyline's your best bet, but there is a Hail Mary on submission worth mentioning. Let's keep running up, Mike Finch. We're flying through these freaking prelims, which I'm actually getting more excited about talking to you with. I was a little bit like, hey, they might not be heat, but I'm thinking there'll be some good matchups, man, as the sign goes down.
How dare I?
Down for Mike Finch.
How dare I? My wife's going to kill me. All right, let's go.
All right, this one here, Vince Morales versus Miles Johns. We were just talking about Miles Johns as a power puncher. He's matched up here with Vince Morales. Mike, how do you think he fares in this one? Or fears? I don't think he's fearing anything. How do you think he fares in this one here against Vince Morales, man?
People better fear him, man. He's got some power in his fist. I think he's knocking Morales out, dude. I think that is pretty likely. You know, Morales is really going to have a high output to make him frustrated, right? Like you want to just tap stuff out there and bring it back. When you start swinging hard at him, that's when he's going to counter you big and put you out. You just want to touch him and just get your hands back and just keep him busy the whole time. When you start getting a higher output, planting your feet, that's when you're going to get knocked the fuck out. And I feel like that might happen to Vince Morales, man. And the problem of betting on Morales is he's not the better wrestler here either. So Johns can decide where the fight takes place, and he's got some nuclear weapons. I'm going with him, man.
Nuclear weapons is where I'm going too. I've been feeling Miles Johns by KO all week. Morales, people will say, oh, it's not like he's chinny. He's not a guy with a bet. No. I know he doesn't, but he's got a guy who can crack with Johns. And Morales, bro, right. He overthrows punches a bit inside. He's not super quick on his returns. I see Miles Johns firing big shots and touching him with, I think an overhand punch is pretty likely. Could be a hook. Any shot really on the chin, clean. Miles Johns, I think, can land the flatline knockout. And
I agree.
Even the wrestling department, I see Miles Johns as the better wrestler and the more explosive guy too. So I think it turns into striking because that's where Johns will want it, and he cashes on a KO too.
Yeah, man, his hands are fast. I think he's getting that KO.
Let's go. We're both on that same side. The odds for it, Moneyline -170 for Miles Johns, Morales +140. If you like the KO side, it's +310 now for Miles Johns by knockout. That right there is a little less than Hail Mary territory, but it's still a long shot play. And I mean, it's good plus money. I think it's pretty likely.
I might bet on this one. I think I got to go money line with it. I got to go money line with it because those KO odds aren't sweet enough, but I'll be tempted. That's for sure. You're not crazy if you do.
Guys, Miles Johns pick from Mike Finch and myself. Let's jump to the next one. Some women going after it here. Jennifer Maia and Maryna Moroz. You know, I went with the Moroz pick, but I really don't love the odds in this one here. Moroz was an underdog against Mariah Agapova just one fight ago. Now she's fighting the first girl at women's flyweight that made Valentina look human on the floor. She controlled her on the ground. Jennifer Maia in dominant grappling position is pretty damn dangerous. What I do feel is, though, the striking department, I see Moroz with an edge, quicker, and I do think better volume. Now, if you look at the grappling skill set, jiu-jitsu on jiu-jitsu, I'm leaning that Maia side as being better. But I still feel Moroz's takedown defense is a pretty big factor here. I don't see Maia having incredible takedowns. So unless she's able to find that position, I feel like Moroz might be pretty successful in a mixed martial arts contest, and I think she'll get it over the 3 rounds. Where you at, Mike Finch?
I like what you said there. I agree with you. It's just that, you know, if you just look at the records, you're like, oh, easy win for Moroz. Of course, look at 9 losses for Maia. Then you start digging into it, right? Just start reading the names off that she lost to: Manon Fro, Caitlin Chikagan, Valentina Shevchenko, even Liz Carmouche back in 2018. I mean, that's her only losses since like 2014 against Deanna Bennett, who's, by the way, kicking ass in Bellator right now. Deanna Bennett's not bad either. So she's only lost to women who are, in my humble opinion, all better than Moroz. She's never lost to a woman at the level of Moroz before. With that being said, I'm going to take the Ukrainian because I do think that Moroz is going to outstrike her. One of the things I like about Moroz is even when the fight gets tough, even when she's got to dig deep, she fought a Brazilian, Bueno Silva, which was a fun fight, by the way. Bueno Silva is very dangerous, but Moroz just used her feet. She could exit left, exit right. She doesn't quite stand in front of you, keeps ticking away, and is able to pick up these decisions. So with the mobility, with the kickboxing, every time she was going to the ground with Bueno Silva, she was on top. It's a big key to this fight that she doesn't end up on her back, because if she ends up on her back underneath Maia, she's going to have a lot of trouble taking it on the scorecards. I'm going to go Moroz with the kickboxing clinic.
I like it. Mike Finch and I both on Maryna Moroz. Now, betting it, you're not getting great lines. It's -190 Moroz, +155 Maia. I don't think Maryna Moroz should be 2-1, near 2-1 over Jennifer Maia. I just don't feel she's fought to that level to really be that wide of a favorite. Do I want to bet down on her? I personally am going to lean the no side. I do think Moroz by decision, but there's no juice on that line at +105, and the over 2.5 is -360. For me, no bet situation in this one, but I am picking Moroz. What do you think? You like a bet on this one, Finch?
I mean, this would be a better bet than the first women's fight. No, I think Miles Johns is the only one on these prelims so far that I'm like, okay, I'm feeling like money can exit my wallet here. I'm going to enjoy watching this one. I do think Maia is definitely low key a problem, man. Don't look at that record and be fooled, right? With that being said, if you're betting on this one, I'm not calling you crazy.
Yeah, I think Moroz wins. There's more value on not betting her, and if you went underdog Maia, who's a proven OG top tier fighter, at least top 10. But I'm gonna skip past the betting side personally, but depends, man. I know some people are craving. I'm seeing I want to sprinkle Moroz by sub right there. I mean, let's read the line off for sub because I didn't read it initially.
Whoa,
let's see what it's at. I would be surprised if she locked in a sub, but the line for Moroz by sub is upwards of +1,000. So, I mean, I guess I see why you guys are considering playing that one, seeing the big plus money.
Valentina Shevchenko couldn't finish Maia. Caitlin Chikagian couldn't finish Maia. Manon Farrow couldn't finish Maia. Liz Carmouche couldn't finish Maia. Maia, as far as I've seen, has never been finished. All right, now I went back to 2012 and Cage Warriors. Guys, Maia is going to be difficult to get out of there.
Yeah, agreed. I'll go Moroz decision. The prop, it's +1,000 for a reason on this one. I don't think that's some X-ray vision shit. But who knows? I'm not telling you don't play it, but go light if you are.
Agreed. Yeah. Bet responsibly on my bookie using promo code Moneyline.
Let's go. Bro, this next one, Zhumagulov versus Charles Inner G Johnson.
I'm excited.
I'm excited for this matchup too. I feel like it's a must-win for Charles Johnson. I know people say, "Oh, it's a must-win for Zhumagulov. He's going to get cut." But if we see Charles Johnson as a guy who's going to remain UFC caliber, and I feel like his LFA run was pretty impressive. Champion there, comes to the UFC, fights Mokaev. He goes the distance. Zhumagulov is not a threatening guy. Like, his style of fighting is very grind-heavy. I think Charles Johnson has the athleticism and the takedown defense to keep it striking. Wouldn't be shocked if he looks to wrestle too. I think the length edge favoring Johnson is a little bit of a factor. I think Charles Johnson can get this one done over the 3 rounds, beating Jalgas Zhumagulov. Where were you at, Mike?
If these two are not touching each other, Johnson has a big advantage. If Zhumagulov gets his hands clasped, that's where Johnson needs to have a big sense of urgency. He can't wait on the fence. He can't be wrestling with Zhumagulov. That's how Zhumagulov is going to tire him down, slow him down a little bit, kind of get it into a fight where he could actually start countering some of those shots. I like Charles Johnson in this one. I like his Muay Thai. I like his experience. He was very durable and tough in LFA. He stopped Carlos Mota in a phenomenal fight in LFA. And if he's stopping Mota, I do think he could stop Zhumagulov, man. I do think he could potentially get him out of there with like a late knockout in a tough fight. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to decision, that's for sure. Zhumagulov, definitely a durable, tough guy. But, Zhumagulov's going to try to get a hold of him and make this one dirty. If Charles Johnson can make this a Muay Thai fight, I do think he dominates it, man.
I like it. Yeah, no, I think he can get a clean win too. Zhumagulov, even his win in the UFC at this point, I mean, it's against a guy who got wrecked on his way out and is no longer with the organization. I think Johnson gets the win, man. We're riding with him to do it. And I've been confident on him throughout the week. I don't think he's an awful play either. He's sitting at minus 160 and then Zhumagulov upwards of plus 140. I think Johnson, the money line bet, would be your go-to. Do you like the finish side, Mike?
I like a late knockout. I don't know why. I just see him like racking up, kicking to the body, kicking the legs, mixing it up, and then just like late in the fight, throwing a head kick up there and finishing this thing. That's just for whatever reason what I see playing out, man. I think you know me. The name of the show is Moneyline, guys. Bet responsibly. I'd probably bet Moneyline if I choose to bet on this one, and I'm definitely considering it. It's definitely an interesting one.
And then if you did go the KO prop, it's plus 400. And if you went crazy with it, it's plus 2,000 for KO round number 3.
Whoa.
Which you're getting into just, you're fucking
know.
really risking it all.
I know,
money line it.
Like again, I told that story before, but it's worth saying it. You know, Islam Makhachev, I bet him finishing it in the 5th round of his first 5-round fight, and he finished it in the 4th. I'm like, damn it, you know, you be careful betting those rounds. I know they look awesome, but it's like going to Vegas. Just because the machine has bright lights doesn't mean you should put money in and pull the lever.
Listen to Mike Finch, people. Moneyline, name of the show, and honestly, name of your most successful bets for the vast majority. So Johnson, right. Moneyline would be the pick. Mike Finch, you know what time it is, man. Main card time. Main card here at Moneyline. First fight is Jack Della Maddalena and Danny Roberts. But before we break it down, guys, if you're looking to place some bets, help us out. Run over to MyBookie. Use promo code Moneyline. Our goal for this show is this month, I'd love to see 4 new signups there, man. I'm getting some info on who's coming through, and we need your help, guys. So run over there. If you deposit $45, they will give you a playback bonus of up to 50% of whatever you deposit, up to $1,000. You know, so if you put in 20 grand in there, they ain't gonna give you 10 free thousand to play with. But listen, $50, you get an extra 25. Why not do it? Promo code Moneyline. Let's talk this fight right here. Della Maddalena versus Danny Roberts. Listen, I think Hot Chocolate is getting put unconscious, bro. I'm riding with Maddalena with confidence, Mike Finch. High confidence.
Me too. I mean, Maddalena is dangerous, man. I like his style, dude. He's, Andre Lusa is more dangerous than Danny Roberts, and Jack dealt with that fine. You know, Jack almost got head and arm choked in that fight, if you remember. So, like, shit like that concerns me. You know, he just, like, gets slapped on a head and arm choke, and Lusa didn't even know how to finish it. You know, for those of you trying to head and arm choke at somebody, when you've got a head and arm choke in, you want to adjust your shoulder so it's lower on the neck. When Lusa was doing it, he was just like squishing Maddalena's face, and Maddalena was just like sitting there waiting for him to let go. Didn't even really defend it very well. You want to reset that thing and get it low. You got to push their shoulder into their artery, not their bicep into the cheek. That's not going to help you. My cheek could take it. My arteries make me pass out. We're only human beings, right? 30% of the blood to the brain gets cut off and they pass out. Little shit like that makes me like, how did Jack Della Maddalena end up in this? You know, so I am concerned when I see shit like that. Then I look across the cage at Danny Roberts. Danny Roberts is not the man for the job, man. I think Maddalena is absolutely going to win this fight. I think he probably dominates it. I think he could probably get him out of there, AJ. I didn't hear your pick, but as far as the finish goes, I'm going knockout.
Out cold, 100%. It's a clean knockout. And because the bookies agree, you're getting minus 165 for the KO prop. I have something that I think could work here. I have a feeling he's going to get a second round knockout. It's plus 350 for second round KO. Not the greatest line of all time, but maybe if you're going KO prop, that's the one to play at plus 350. It's a Hail Mary sniper shot, but it's also a problem lying in that it's not the Hail Mary price tag that I necessarily would look for if I wanted to throw down on a round. But ultimately, I think second round knockout's my official prediction. And I think that Maddalena money line is just unplayable at minus 550, maybe in your Hail Mary parlay of the week, but not going to be something you're throwing down because it's too crazy wide. Minus 555. No way. But Danny Roberts, I don't think he has much of a chance. I think it looks like minus 500 type favorite. This isn't going to be competitive. I feel like Jack Maddalena is a problem, man. he's a guy to watch in this welterweight division. Entertaining style, sells, good boxing combos. I think Danny Roberts is getting flatlined, man.
Danny Roberts just relies on single shots, AJ. Like, if you really watch him closely, he's constantly relying on a single jab, a single cross. That's not what you want to catch a Della Maddalena. He's going to be able to roll with those shots and respond. You want to be able to set him up with something, make him counter, and then counter the counter, right? So Roberts just doesn't have the style to beat him. One of my most confident picks on the card, as I'm getting a phone call in my room here. You guys ready for this live? Let's do this.
Pick it up, Mike Finch. Pick it up. Let's see. Mike Finch live call.
Who is possibly calling me at Marriott? Here we go.
Let's hear it. Let's see who it is. Put it on speaker.
My laundry is at the door. You guys ready for this? All right. Yeah. Thank you. I'll grab it.
Mike Finch.
I'm grabbing my dress clothes for tomorrow, guys.
Do it. Mike Finch, he's on the road making it happen. We appreciate the live call, man. Maybe we could get the number to the hotel room. We'll take viewer calls.
Unbelievable. I'm back.
Let's go, Mike Finch. He's on the road, man. I don't know if Mike Finch has a landline at home, but hotels, they all got the landline, man.
They got me on that one. All right. Back to this fight. Bet on Maddalena. This is not financial advice, but I'm doing it.
Let's go. Maddalena, high confidence. Will win dominantly. Let's get to the next fight where the things really, in my opinion, heat up right here. It's Muslim Salikhov versus Andre Fialho. Listen, man, I think Andre's boxing is going to be a problem. He's got a lot of power in the hands. Crowd the kicker is the strategy here. Salikov is very good with his kicking skills. And you know what? Also mixes in takedowns fairly well. I think Fialho is going to be able to sit on punches and do some damage to Salikov on the feet. I'm going that Fialho side. I think I'm going KO, and I've talked about it as a lock of the week, and I think that we're going to get it done. And we got Mike Finch. What do you think, bro? I know you heard me.
I heard you the whole time. I heard you. I'm trying to get my dry cleaning for tomorrow. Can I have a nice outfit for tomorrow, guys? That's all I needed. Okay, I'm going Fialho. I'm going that he's going to go ahead and get this thing done with his hands. However, Salikhov is a problem, man. Salikhov, I remember hearing about him before he was ever in the UFC. This guy is one of those master of sports, and you know, he's like the samba, you know, and he's beaten the best guys at that. I remember watching him with the you know, the gi on and the headgear going at it, and it's been cool to watch him in the UFC. His IQ is really high. You know, you guys love betting on people with low fight IQs like Michael Chandler. This guy is definitely a lot more patient. Doesn't throw himself into danger very often. Pretty damn well-rounded, pretty hard to get to. But is he an athlete? Does he have the explosiveness that a Fialho has? Does he, is he as dangerous? I don't think so, man. I think Fialho gets it done with his hands. I've had some success going with Fialho getting it done with his hands. He's had some awesome knockouts for us. I think he gets it done in this fight. I must say, though, I do respect the opposition here. And, I'm considering just leaving this thing alone and not touching it. But fun fight. Probably my favorite fight on this card to watch. I'm excited.
Somebody's going to sleep, and I'm going to pick Andre Fialho at -110. He's a fantastic money line play. And I think the KO prop is pretty live, too, at +185. Mike Finch and I both on the Fialho side, which is good, man. That reassures me on that confident pick right there.
Yeah, man. I think Fialho's got some of the more dangerous hands in the UFC, and he better show it in this one, man. Here's an opportunity for Fialho to show us where he's at, because this is a pivotal fight in the division right here. Who's going to go up and be competitive? Who's going to go towards the title shot? Who's not? I'm excited for this one, dude. I can't wait.
Let's go. Mike Finch and I both on Fialho, guys. So we get our answer on is the Finch man with us. That's very good. That's very good.
I'm with it. I'm with it. But big respect to Salikov, man. I think some people are doubting him. Some people kind of talk about him like he's a bum. That ain't no bum, brother. He is experienced.
Let's go. Facts too. This next matchup, Chase Sherman versus Waldo Cortes-Acosta. Where's Waldo? Back again. He was my lock, and it came through by this much. I was sweating as that fight was going through with him and Vandera. Listen, he's fighting Chase Sherman here. I actually like this matchup better for him, man. I think Waldo is against a guy who isn't very much of a kicker. I think Vandera's a better kicker by a good amount than a Chase Sherman. I think for that reason, Sherman's probably going to go to the low kick and try to take a page out of Vandera's booklet, but I don't think he has the tools to land those kicks at the same level. That being said, I think that if he does go kick heavy, he might put his head there to be slept. And I think Waldo by knockout is actually what happens here. And I also will say he's quickly turning around. I believe he's going to be more confident in the octagon the second time. Those first fight jitters are going to be gone. Not saying he won't be nervous, but he's used to the cage now. At the apex, I think we're going knockout for Waldo on this one.
I got Waldo knockout as well, but dude, didn't he fight like yesterday? Waldo, does your leg still hurt, bro? And does he still have some fucking bruises on his leg from taking all those damn kicks? And yeah, if Sherman starts throwing those kicks, if you're Waldo's coach, what you're saying is the Chuck Liddell route, right? Everybody today, they bring their shin up, they check that kick every single time, right? And they pick it up off the floor. A way you can also deal with a kick is actually to step into it and throw your shots, right? When somebody kicks you, they're only planted on one foot. You can't have phenomenal balance on one foot. So throw a right hand down the pipe, get them off balance. Now a left hook comes around and ends the night for somebody. It happens in Muay Thai way more often than MMA. For whatever reason, in MMA, people are way more happy just to check. Step into that shit sometimes. I see in Muay Thai, not only a cross, some people will step in with an elbow. Look at how long your forearm is compared to your fist. Waldo could hit him with that right hand and end it, dude. AJ, I think that's a pretty good Mystic Mac type call. AJ predicts these things. We're taking Waldo with a KO.
Mike McGregor in the house right here. I appreciate it, bro. Plus 140 for Waldo. And then on the other side, Sherman, plus 140 for Waldo knockout. Sorry, money line, it is a little wider. It's minus 220. But Chase Sherman plus 183 as the underdog. Finch and I both thinking Waldo gets the KO. I really just see it happening here. I think this is a tailor-made matchup for him. Waldo, good boxing experience. 6-4 as a boxer. Chase Sherman, some good bare knuckle experience. I think Waldo's going to find shots, though. I see Sherman as a bit too hittable on the feet, and he's going to be too willing to engage, and he's getting knocked out.
I got to say, I wasn't blown away by Waldo's performance in his last fight. Honestly, I wasn't blown away. It doesn't make me want to like run out and bet the house on this one. And yeah, but like me and AJ have been calling more bare knuckle fights recently because we've been doing the breakdown show, BKFC Bets, and watching Sherman and BKFC. I got a little more respect for Sherman, a little more than I had before. So, not my favorite bet on the card. It's not as good as the Jack Maddalena. It's not good as the, well, I'm already giving you guys my parlay. Let's wait for that. But we agree with Waldo. We agree with KO. I wouldn't put my confidence at 10 though, as I think some people are there. Some people just want to bet against Chase Sherman if he's fighting your grandma. You know what I'm saying?
Fair point, Mike Finch. Waldo for the win, but he's fighting a guy trying to win too. Chase Sherman's not here to lay down. Let's get to the co-main. Ion Cutelaba and Kennedy Nzechukwu. This is such an interesting fight because Cutelaba was like towards, top 10, top 15 for a long while. He's now getting pushed back, fighting a guy in Kennedy Nzechukwu, in my opinion, who's lukewarm, bro. He's hot one fight, he's cold the next fight. Dawoon Jung's knocking him out with his guard up, and then he's getting a dominant win over a Carl Roberson. Cutelaba is a different beast, in my opinion. Now, he's going to be undersized against Nzechukwu, who stands 6 feet 6 inches tall and very well could bulk up and become a real heavyweight, I believe. I feel like Cutelaba's wrestling is going to be on display here. And I do think he's going to start incredibly fast. And I wonder how Nzechukwu deals with that pressure and pace. He's not a super technical guy, nor is he super athletic. I feel like Nzechukwu kind of has a goofy flow to him. Yes, he has some power in his hands. Yes, he's tough and durable. But I feel like Cutelaba's pressure is going to be way too much. I'm going Cutelaba ground and pound, man.
Yeah, you said goofy flow. What flow? I don't see no flow. Sure. He just kind of throws shit from out, right? He's there, and then all of a sudden he'll go. There's no rhythm to what he's doing. There's no feint game. There's no level changes, right? I'm trying to see a lot more. And what I call that is just being green. I said that to Patricio Pitbull last night. I had dinner with Patricio Pitbull. We got some Chicago pizza. You guys could check that out when we drop that on Bellator's page. And I told him, yeah, so and so is green. I won't even tell you who I was talking about. All right, Bo Nickel. All right, here's some inside info. I was talking to I'm really he's gonna be mad that I said this. I was talking to Johnny Eblin, and Johnny Eblin was like, yeah, he's freaking green. I'm just gonna
hang this landline calls.
I'm just gonna hang this up.
1970.
Should I answer this? I'm about to yell at somebody. Dude, oh my god.
Finch has got the landline out, bro. You're taking me back to childhood,
Hello?
man.
Hi. Yes.
Who's on the call with Finch? This is what I'm wondering, man.
Bro, they just said I have somebody named Ben who wants to speak to you. Is this happening right now?
Dude, somebody must have found your hotel and is calling you, man. It must be
who on this show is blowing
Put him on speaker. Put him on
speaker. The next one I will. I will. If you found my room, that's pretty dope. If you found my room, that's pretty awesome. I was gonna say, if it's AJ, I'm coming over there to kick AJ's ass. If it's him, bro, I'm coming over to your box, bro.
What would you do if I'm right next to you? Actually, man, I'll shock you, bro. I'm in the hotel right now.
If you came to the fights, do you realize how excited I would be?
I know.
The bear hug I would give you. Bro.
I know, man.
And I know you've done a little bit of jiu-jitsu, but I'm picking you up, bro. And we're going right there.
That's fine. That's fine.
Right there.
That's what it has to be, man. It's just I'm expecting at the airport. If I see I'm shooting on you right away.
That's it. Beautiful. I'm gonna bring that shit up. Fucking standing guillotine. No, I love you, bro. It's all good. I am so excited to finally get you to a Bellator event. We're doing it sometime.
It's gonna happen.
Doing it.
I promise.
But whoever's blowing up my room, fucking stop. Jesus.
Yeah. This guy's trying to do a show over here, man. He's getting blown the fuck up. Holy
Somebody
shit.
named Ben is calling my room. Ben, like from Star Wars. What's the anyway? Okay, go ahead.
Ben Askren, bro. He's coming for you, bro.
Ben, I picked against you and I was right. Stop, man. Stop.
Listen, we got to get back to this fight. All right, Cutelaba, he's a big underdog, and I don't think he should be. So I think the bet would be Cutelaba money line underdog play. He's sitting at plus 155 against Nzechukwu to me, who does nothing impressively. Cutelaba just fought Ryan Spann, who's a monster and really showed that against Dominic Reyes. Yeah, he got choked out. Cutelaba is a killer be kill style. I think Nzechukwu is getting smushed by Cutelaba in this one. KO prop for it also sitting at plus 300. That's the most sensible way that he's going to win is probably KO to go. Maybe he locks up a sub, but Cutelaba money line at plus 155 to me is a must play this weekend.
Yeah, I think Cutelaba is going to get this decision, man. I think this is such an important fight for Cutelaba, dude. If Cutelaba doesn't get this one done, can you imagine? I mean, I think we were a lot higher on Cutelaba before that Ryan Spann fight, and we just saw Ryan Spann is a problem. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Spann is no joke, man. When I picked Ryan Spann against Reyes, a lot of people didn't like that, but Ryan Spann is extremely dangerous. We saw that against Cutelaba. I really think that Cutelaba is actually deserves more respect than he gets now, which is interesting because he was pretty hyped before that. So Cutelaba decision. He's an extreme couture. He's going to dust off the wrestling. He's going to use it in this fight. And honestly, even on the feet, there is some danger, of course, but I think Cutelaba can handle it.
Let's go. Well, listen, we found out who the call was, man. We got Uncle Ben. Yeah, man. Listen, Spider-Man, bro. We found your fucking secret out there. Bend over. Patty Mills, $4.99 donor. He says, Ben, your coworker. They didn't tell me the room number. I didn't ask. LMAO.
You guys are fucking hilarious. I appreciate that. And thank you so much for the $4.99. We love it. Thank you.
Let's go. Let's go, guys. Cutelaba, Finch, and I both
decision
all over. I'm going knockout. I'm going against Finch on this one. I'll go knockout.
He's going to get a knockout in the stare down, bro. He's got the best stare down in the game. Cutelaba's a freak.
And Nzechukwu's going to be scared, man. He's going to be afraid when he sees the fucking eyes of Cutelaba.
And he's a slow starter, right? If you listen to Bisping on the commentary, Bisping points that out. He's like, he's a slow starter. You don't want to be a slow starter against Cutelaba. Cutelaba comes out that shit like he is in a bar brawl. What'd you say about my wife? I mean, Cutelaba comes out there to kill. So I respect the finish. I respect the finish pick, bro. Yeah, I could see it. Nzechukwu again, green, some holes in his game, man.
We say he's green, but I will say something, bro. He might just not be all that good. He's 10-3. I mean, he's got a lot of fights now too.
Yeah,
he's green not style though. I know what you're saying.
That's it. That's it.
He looks green. It's like
thank you.
It's not smooth with it. Like you said, he's got no flow to him, and I think that you can't win at the upper level with that unless he had fucking Ngannou power. And Nzechukwu to me is not as technical as Ngannou, but this is great value in Ngannou without the knockout. Let's take his biggest attribute away. He doesn't have crazy pop. He just has decent hands, decent pop. I think Cutelaba for the win.
Cutelaba for the win. Double it.
Double down on the dog.
Come on.
It's main event time, people. Smash that like button. If you guys are new, subscribe. You don't want to miss the money line. Listen, I haven't been writing the number of the episode in each one, but I keep track. It's episode 47 also, guys. So we've been at this a while now, bro. 47 episodes in. That's pretty sick, dude.
Should we do something cool for 50? Who we having on for 50? Who we having on?
I think for 50 episodes, who do you guys want? Let us know. Give us a name.
Let us know.
I think Israel Adesanya, man. That's who we need. I don't know how we get him, bro. I don't know who can we pull off for 50. We can get the bare knuckle champ any time of the week, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. Bare Knuckle FC is going to be hooking us up. You guys know I'm close to the Pitbull brothers at this point. Like, I was moving around with Patricio yesterday. Man, I feel like
we get Khabib for 50. What are the odds you can get Khabib?
Oh man, I think I'm going to see him tomorrow. Do you want me to ask him?
You can say Khabib. It would be a big honor. We take 10 minutes for 50th episode. I want Khabib, bro. God. Me and you do Khabib. We can do it. We can do whatever we need to do, man, to get Khabib on the line.
Khabib will say, "I don't bet, brother. I don't."
No, we'll tell him it's nothing about betting. It's nothing about betting. We'll tell him not gonna ask him nothing. We say we just want to do a quick interview, and we want him to say, "Guys, make sure you keep it locked in here at MMA Experts with AJ and the Finch. Smash the guy." Well, give me Makachev.
Smash the like button, brother. I'm gonna see Usman, of course, tomorrow. So maybe Usman, but yeah, I know. Umar Nurmagomedov is here for him. There might be some easier ones that could be. I'll try. How about that, guys? I'm gonna try to get Khabib Nurmagomedov on this show. Now hit that like and subscribe button, or else
hit that band.
We're doing work for you. Yeah, okay, I'm putting my ass out here for you. Come on, man. I'm putting it on the line. All right, and I hope to see him tomorrow. I do assume he's going to fly in to corner his brother, cousin, his family. So they call everybody brother, so that's why I'm always confused. My brother is fighting tomorrow. I'm like, brother, cousin. So Khabib is the man. That would be freaking phenomenal. Maybe we'll make it happen.
Let's see. Let's talk this main event. Derrick Lewis and Sergey Spivak. Mike Finch, as I like to, I want to pass you the mic and tell us. What's the breakdown on this one?
How can I bet on Derrick Lewis, AJ?
You just put your money in and you press place bet. You press place. You just press place it, man. You say, yeah, I'm going Derrick Lewis. You put your money in, type it in and place it.
Yeah, but I'm saying something different. I know how. I'm saying like how do I bring my willpower up to make my brain go, yeah, he's reliable enough where I want to put my capital on him. Derrick Lewis is not a good grappler. Sergey Spivak, dude, you don't want him getting a hold of you because he drags guys to the ground. He'll have like 2 overhooks, right? And he'll be taking people down. I know Randy Couture looks at that shit and he's like cringing at home. Oh my God, how is he tripping these guys with 2 overhooks? Generally in Greco-Roman wrestling, when you have underhooks, you have control of their body, right? If somebody's got underhooks on me, I can't even drop down to touch their legs. There's no way I can take you down. But if I have underhooks on that person, now I have control of their whole torso. Spivak doesn't even need that. And he's so tall against Derrick Lewis, I feel like he might just wrap Derrick Lewis up real stupid, trip him. And when Derrick Lewis is on his back, it's like you flipped over a tortoise on the street, bro. It's not good. And I know he's explosive and he can get back up. He's showed us that, man. Remember some of these highlights of Derrick Lewis exploding up and throwing some big hooks and shit? I really hope that's the Derrick we get. Can I bet on it? Fuck no, AJ. I think that Spivak is going to, shine in this fight. I do think Spivak throws some nice long shots out there, albeit he's not extremely dangerous pretty much anywhere. I mean, can I rag on Spivak a little bit? He's good at everything, not great at anything yet. I want to see him turn some corners here. His grappling could look great against a Derrick Lewis, though. So, I got to go with Sergey Spivak, man. Tom Aspinall blasted Sergey with a right elbow, and Sergey covered up. It didn't seem like he wanted to be in that fight anymore. Now, that's something that concerns me because Derrick Lewis, he carries a freaking hammer back here, and when he swings that thing, your jaw better not be in the trajectory, or it's not going to be good for your brain cells, man. I think that Derrick Lewis could knock him out, but I think Derrick Lewis could knock anybody out, right? When I break this fight down, I just see Sergey Spivak being, pretty dominant here. Derrick Lewis is the type of guy to lose 4 rounds and win in the 5th or some shit, So a no bet for me. I'll go Sergey Spivak. I'll think that he does get the takedown, and I'll think that the top control, the ground and pound, getting Derrick Lewis tired will be enough.
Listen, Mike Finch, I'm throwing the glasses on for this one. Let me tell you something about this fight, my friend. Derrick Lewis, I'm sniping. I've seen the odds already. I tell you exactly what's going to happen. These glasses take me to the future and beyond, bro. We're going Derrick Lewis KO. He's flatlining Sergey Spivak. One shot is all it takes with Derrick Lewis. Spivak is too slow and awkward on the feet. He doesn't have the wrestling, in my opinion, to manhandle a Derrick Lewis. Strength-wise, I think Lewis is going to be stronger than him. I think in the clinch, he's going to be surprised by how hard Lewis is to really hold there. I think Spivak gets caught with a big shot, put down, knocked out. I'll say first round KO for the Black Beast. And we're playing the knockout prop also. Let's read the lines off, Mike Finch. Let's go. Odds here for the KO prop before anything. Derrick Lewis, knockout, plus 200. It's a yes from me. And then money line, plus 180, Derrick Lewis. Sergey Spivak, minus 200. I'm all over the dog, Mike Finch. I think Derrick Lewis can do it. I think he bounces back with a vengeance. Sergey Pavlovich got crazy hands, hurt him early. It was an early stoppage. Tai Tuivasa, the toughest man in the division, they went to hell and back. This fight right here is a tailor-made fight for D-Lew. Let's go Derrick Lewis, baby. And Mike Finch is running somewhere. He ran out of the room.
No, because you got your glasses, so now I got to put on mine because I can't see very well because I have shades on inside, just like how AJ seems to be blind to the fact that Derrick Lewis has been quitting in fist fights. How are you going to block somebody and bet on somebody who quits in fist fights? Derrick Lewis is sick of getting in fist fights, okay? And that might be a Texas thing. He does seem to like to, drop a bomb in Texas. But I really think that Sergey is at a point in his career where he wants this, where he's going to push through adversity. Can you say the same thing for Derrick Lewis? I'm going Sergey Spivak against you, AJ.
All right, Mike Finch, you're on the other side of me, man. We're going to war this weekend in the main event, Mike Finch. I'm ready for it. D-Lew, KO for me. Finch, you're going Spivak by what method of victory?
Admit this to me. I'll go Spivak. Oh shit, that's a good question.
He's unsure on this one.
I think he could wear on him with ground and pound.
Derrick
wear on him with ground and pound.
He knows.
You know what? Derrick Lewis can only win by knockout. How about that? Them apples, okay? The only way Derrick Lewis wins this fight is by knockout. So if you crazy mofos out there are going to bet Derrick Lewis KO, that's the only way that I'm inviting you over for Thanksgiving, okay? If you pick Derrick Lewis by submission or decision, I don't know what you're looking at because the base of evidence does not support your claim. So AJ's going KO. That's the only way he gets it done. Any other method of victory is going to Spivak.
All right, Mike Finch going Spivak. He's going technical.
Money line.
Going
Spivak money line, ground and pound TKO. He could choke him. I don't know. But I'll go ground and pound TKO. He gets the far wrist. He throws a bunch of hooks. Derrick Lewis is sitting there and he complains about the stoppage.
All right. That's the Mike Finch take. I think he's wrong this week, and I love this man's takes, but I'm on the other side, the D-Lew side. But you know what time it is, Mike Finch? It's lock of the week time. Lock of the night. What is the Mike Finch lock this week, bro?
I got to go with Charles Johnson, man. I think Charles Johnson is going to dominate this fight on the feet. I think Zhumagulov does not have what it takes to get it done with him, man. This guy's too dangerous. He's tough. He's durable. He can go 3 rounds. Even Mikhaev couldn't get him out of there, man. So, it's a matter of matchup, man. I just think Charles Johnson's going to outstrike him in this fight. I got to go with him. Let's lock him.
Lock of the night, Charles Johnson. Listen, Mike, that's one of my most confident picks on the card. I like that you're thinking that way. I am going Andre Fialho win over Muslim Salikhov lock. It's even money on this one. The power in the hands is a problem. I think he crowds the kicker and flatlines him. I'm liking these locks, man. We're going with guys that I think are very playable with the money line attacks here. Obviously, we could have said Jack Della Maddalena. He's minus 550. That's to me, you can't even call that a lock because there's no value on the bet.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned for that one. Stay tuned.
All right, Mike Finch has got a little something something for us, man. We're gonna have to jump to the parlay section and find out what he's cooking up.
All the competition that try to compete, stand back, watch the bomb drop.
Parlay time. What do you think you got? What's up, Mike Finch? Where's the parlay, son?
I got something cooking right here. I got a 3-fight parlay for you folks at home. Before I drop this free 3-fight parlay, smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe. Check out Mike Finch Show. I'm going to have stuff dropping all day. I just dropped something on my Instagram with me and Twista. Yes, the fastest rapper alive. You guys better go ahead and get my bookie. Use promo code Moneyline. But for this 3-fight parlay, we are going to go with Ian Cutelaba. Ian Cutelaba's getting this decision. Come on, folks. He might even finish this fight. Just Moneyline these. Jack Della Maddalena. You don't like the odds? Throw it in a parlay. Have some fun with it. And then my third one, we got a powerful, explosive man in Miles Johns. I think he's getting this KO. You don't even have to worry about him getting the KO, though. Just Moneyline, Cutelaba, Della Maddalena, Miles Johns. And I think you're going to hit.
Plus 365 with the Finch man. On a quality parlay, I must say, I like all of those picks, and I think they all got a good chance of coming through. I'm going to throw you one in, I guess, not crazy different direction, but a little bit different than the Finch man's. I think you go the side of Charles Johnson in the play. That's the Finch man's lock. I like that one here. And I'm not including my lock in this one because I'm trying to, go safety first on this little thing I'm coming up with. I think that is where Waldo finds himself in this fight, man. At plus 135, Charles Johnson and Where's Waldo, I think is a quality play. It's not the juicy money that you want. So I am going to add the lock in for the money value. At plus 360, you got Charles Johnson, Where's Waldo, and you got Andre Fialho. I think that's a good one. And I mean, listen, if you want to go nuts and add D-Lou and Cutelaba in, you get plus 3,000. That's the Hail Mary. I'm throwing them all at you, all the different numbers, bro.
Bro, you got some Hail Marys going downfield today, brother.
Listen, man, I got some wild shots this week, and I think it's a good one to cash with. I will be live for the entire UFC Vegas 65 card, so join the Fight Opinion. But before that,
I will.
We got Bellator. I'm going to be live for Bellator too. We might get a call in from Mike Finch at the event.
Let's do it.
If you're going to Bellator, Mike Finch is going to be taking you guys up to the cage. He's going to give you the VIP experience. So make sure you DM him, drive him nuts, ask him for money or something like that. Ask him, hey, can you buy me a drink? Be a pain in the ass to Mike Finch.
Don't stress me out. Don't stress me out, guys. I'm working. But yes, please come through. Please hit me up. I'll check my Instagram. So I'll hesitate to give my cell phone out, but I will check my Instagram. So Mike Finch MMA Instagram, shoot me a DM, and we'll make sure you guys get taken care of. Super fun fights tomorrow. If you're in the Chicago area, come say hi to your boy. And yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun with that, man. I'm excited. AJ, if you go live a little early, I would have you cage side. If you go right before the first prelim, I could do a little 10-minute show with you. I could do a little 10-minute show.
I'd love to do it, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe we'd have to do a Bellator pre-fight live. Because, dude, here's the thing. I was planning on going live right at the ninth fight of the night. Right before the main card, the big fights on the prelims.
Then if I drop in, I drop in. If I don't, I don't. If I'm running around like crazy, we'll see. But I will try to get you guys in. If you guys remember for Bellator in Los Angeles, I was backstage live with Aaron Pico looking at my phone. Aaron Pico goes, "What's that?" He's about to fight in 2 minutes, and I'm there live with you guys. So always trying to give you guys some backstage content. I hope you guys love it. And, I love you guys. So I appreciate you guys tuning in every single week. Bet responsibly. And please, we want to hit these goals for my bookie. And if you use promo code Moneyline, we will. We appreciate that support. As always, I will be there live with AJ when he does these fight companions. So I'll try to jump into the Bellator one. And I'm in the comment section for the UFC fights on Saturday, my brother.
Let's go, Mike Finch. Thank you for being here, people. Thank you for watching another episode of the Moneyline in the books. Make sure you go subscribe to the Finch Man's channel. He's got the exclusive Bellator content dropping. Stay tuned, though, for more content from us. Run over to the BKFC app and check out BK Bets episode 2. It's not on the YouTube channel yet, but our faces are out there. We're working with Bare Knuckle. This is a legitimate show produced by BKFC. And it features your boys. So why would you not watch it? And Bare Knuckle's pretty damn sick. Much love, people. Thank you so much. Finch, man. Thank you, my brother. I'm glad you're still here on the road. People, we will see you all very soon. Peace out, Finch. Peace, everyone.
Peace.